So today we're at Alma Del Mar, and I'm lucky to have John Orr from Artreach with us. The reason I first wanted to talk to you in the first place, and I can't remember how long ago it was at this point, but it's been a few years.
Yeah.
You posted a lot of videos on LinkedIn and whatever other social media that you're kind of like DIY. You did it yourself.
Hi everyone, it's John from Artreach. I'm over here at the Academy of Natural Sciences, one of our Access Affiliate partners, and I just learned that the dinosaurs went extinct because for Giving Tuesday, all they got was an asteroid.
I found them to be, engaging, compelling, and useful. So if you could kind of reverse engineer that for me, talk to me about how you first started doing them.
Yeah, so I think honestly, I was just kind of goofing around. And it was kind of twofold. I wanted to talk about cool things that we were doing. I realized we were out in the community so much with some of our programming that it was easy to kind of do a quick selfie video for a few minutes and just pop it out there. What I kind of looked at is sort of the benefit from another angle was to kind of put that stuff out there, get good engagement on it, and then also be captioning that in a really quick way. Leave the little watermark for the weird thing that I was using to caption, the weird system to caption the videos, so that people knew it was not a professional thing. It was something you can do. It was something that you can do to make your content more accessible and really simple.
Usually when we're doing it, we're creating what's called an SRT, a subrip file for YouTube or for Vimeo, and it's just a specially formatted plain text thing that has time code in there.
Yeah.
And there's services that'll make it for you if you send them a link. There's we do it for people. There's there's also special versions for different streaming platforms and whatnot. Yeah. But you were doing it on screen, what we used to call burned-in captions or burned-in subtitles, and you're using just an app that was on your phone?
Yeah, I used something called AutoCap. I think I was the only one at Artreach who was using it because they're all way fancier than I am. So that was just the app that I downloaded, and I would just upload my videos to it, and it would auto-generate most of them, and then you just went in and you had to kind of edit it through.
With Instagram and Twitter, you cannot upload a caption file, so you need a program like that'll put those on there. So it's just about taking the extra step to do that, and then you have it done, and it's free because the app's free. Right.
Yeah. I mean, the captioning app that I was AutoCap. I'm not trying to plug them, or I don't know anything about them, but.
You're gonna find out something terrible.
They're owned by the Sacklers or something. I'll be like, oh God. But no, it was a free app, and it just overlaid right on the video that you had on your phone, and it was really quick to edit and upload. And I think if you pay a little bit, you can get the watermark removed. But I didn't care because I kind of wanted people to know how easy it was.
So what kind of things were you showing in the videos?
I mean, everything. I think one time I was trying to illustrate how many access partner sites were in one area, so I just kind of was taking these videos at the Academy of Natural Sciences, the Franklin Institute, all of these museums that were centered on the Parkway. Sometimes I would just have a random thought, and so I would just take my phone out and it'd be me in the basement. I think I got on board with that early pandemic trend of saying, I want to make a video about this weird thing that I have in my house because it's the only place I've been, and I've been staring at it for a while, and now I want to talk about it. And that thing, which my wife Allison describes it as a family heirloom, but it's a big glass globe filled with match. It's a bomb. It's gotta be a bomb. I think I have a bomb on my dining room table. If any open flame gets near it, the whole house is going to go. It's gigantic. But they're all matchbooks that her great uncle had collected over 40 years and just threw into this globe. So it was a cool object to kind of look at.
So one thing I always talk to people about DIY video, because I think there's a misconception or an assumption people make that since we make hopefully professional quality videos,
we'll see at the end of this.
that we wouldn't want people to do DIY stuff because it cannibalizes what we do. And I always think the opposite, because I think that if people, first of all, no one has the budget to do everything professionally produced.
Yeah.
But also, if they're not actually putting out some original content with some regularity, they're not going to have the audience there to make use of some professional stuff once they make it. You know, and that's not a hard and fast rule, but it's just something that kind of makes sense to me. Did you find that you build an audience from having those? Did you get reactions from people?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely liked it way more than me posting like a static image or just like a comment on a social media platform.
And I know it's not the reason you do it, but I'd be remiss because you kind of mentioned it. Captioning is great for more than just people who need captioning to understand the video. People with autoplay on, they usually have the video muted, and they're going to get a lot more out of it if there's text on screen. So I'm sure you're getting a double benefit there.
Yeah, well, I think there's the double benefit there, and then there's other ways. When we think about accessibility, everyone kind of goes to captioning on videos, and the reason that I did that piece about this globe in my house was not necessarily to show people a video that was captioned, but it was also to use verbal description as an embedded piece of the video. So it's like there's a way to embed accessibility that feels so natural and so like seamless that it doesn't feel like an accessible accommodation, right? And that's, for us at Artreach, that's how you start to build inclusion. That's where inclusive design and inclusive human-centered like consideration, if you will, kind of opens your content up to everybody.